My pets died the most horrific deaths. Most horrific. And you know something would happen because you would just hear my mom from 2 doors down yell, "Oh, shit! The parakeet just flew into the ceiling fan!"
Bury me where the stars will always shine, and the silly out-of-towners can leave their pretty flowers on my grave. I live in Hollywood forever.
I mean, it's every young comic's dream to perform for Mickey Rooney. It is a great place to perform comedy, though, because if you die laughing, it is very convenient. I don't know if you know this, but like as a comedian, you have to say what you look like when you come on stage. It's just like a contract that we sign at the beginning. And so usually I just say I look like Charlize Theron in Monster, but but I said that and somebody came up to me after a show and it's like, I know what you really look like. You look like you bully children on the ski slopes. Yeah, and I was mad at her because she's right. Those little shits need to get off the bunny hill. Can a woman in her late 30s learn how to ski? In peace. Some of you, if you've never seen me before, you probably are like trying to place me right now. And I am one of 2 members of the 1999 Good Shepherd Lutheran Handbell Choir, if that's what you, yeah, it's not a big deal. But my sister and I, we signed up for the Handbell Choir. We were the only people to sign up for the Handbell Choir. The only people. We were sweating our asses off. Okay? We were exhausted. Carol of the Bells was not good. Okay? And if you don't know what handbell choir is, first of all, congratulations, you're not a loser. You wear a formal robe, okay? And then they give you these white gloves, protective gloves that you have to put on. And then you hold 2 handbells just like this. And this is the most important part. You hold 2 handbells like this, and you just stay a virgin for the rest of your life. Congratulations. Ding dong, you're a loser. Our church was a dump. It was, anyone else go to church that was a dump? Total, like, I feel like Lutheran churches especially, they're just dumps. I don't know. I don't think God is signing off on all these church franchises. Like, sometimes I'm like, that's an old Ford dealership for sure. Our church was just an old IHOP. It had the blue roof and everything. They just put E at the end of it. And yeah, my dad, he never went to church with us because he is a Jehovah's Witness and also was in prison for most of my life. But also, he was a Jehovah's Witness. My grandma, very devout Catholic, very devout, and she's very nice. She's one of the good ones. She's so nice. She said to me, she's like, you know, the gays, they can come back now. The gays can come back to the Catholic Church. And I was like, that's not why I left. Like, I wasn't like, I'm gay and I'm getting out of here. I was like, this is boring, I'm leaving. This book sucks. It's boring. None of these people can sing. I just don't like I don't want to shit on anyone's faith, especially in this cemetery. Like, really, whatever you need to do to get you through this life, fine. I just don't like the religious people that, like, put it into law and then they use their religion as a reason for that. Like, what's going on in Alabama right now, that's crazy because they're basically saying a frozen embryo should be considered a person. And as somebody who's gone through the fertility process, I know that's crazy because I have seen my best friend's sperm, who is our sperm donor, I have seen it in a pipette, you know? I know that that's not a person. I know that that's just an orgasm he had in room 11, okay? watching straight porn. Because they didn't have any gay porn. I just don't know where they're going with this. Like, I feel like they're just one step away from taking a sock full of jizz and placing it in a stroller and just wheeling it down the street. Oh, have you met my son, Jack? Short for Jackie Lee? I'm originally from Normal, Illinois. Yeah, big fans? Okay. Normal, Illinois is the home of the first Steak and Shake, so that's not nothing. Yeah, but it's close to nothing. It's nothing plus diarrhea, so. Yeah, I'm from Normal, Illinois. I was a 4-H kid growing up. I don't know, a lot of people in cities don't know what 4-H is. It's not an STD. 4-H is for kids who love farm animals. Like, we love livestock and we love to show our farm animals around fairs. But it's in a very respectable way with the animals. There's nothing weird going on. In 4-H, horse girls are top status, right? They have high status. That's how you know you are in a loser group, because the horse girls are doing well. And I don't mean horse girls like girls who own a horse. I mean horse girls like girls who think they're horses. Most popular girls in 4-H. Okay? My talent in 4-H was I had long-haired guinea pigs. And I showed the long-haired guinea pigs at the fair. And I would give them blowouts, full HMU. And it was the 90s, so a few of them had the Rachel. They're adorable. We loved having little pets when we were younger. We had so many little pets. At one time I counted, we had 14 little pets at our house. We had poor people love little pets. We'll have so many little pets and no electricity. It doesn't make any sense. We had everything from parakeets to hamsters to fleas. And then my friends had a dog. My friends who were middle class and up, one pet, a golden retriever. It died of old age. My pets died the most horrific deaths. Most horrific. And something would happen because you would just hear my mom from 2 doors down yell, "Oh, shit! The parakeet just flew into the ceiling fan! Jesus H. Christ! The hamster just got out through the pipes." Mr. Marbles did, but he survived, so no need to shed a tear for him. He pulled a Shawshank Redemption. So when I got older, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna have regular pets. So now I have a dog, and it's a Chihuahua Terrier. So it's the size of 2 guinea pigs taped together. And we adopted him from the mean streets of Santa Monica, California. Yes, very tough streets out there. I just couldn't stand to see another pet watch a Creation Organic open. I couldn't let it happen. So we adopted this dog, and when we got him, they said he's a year old. And then we bring him home, we bring him to our vet. The vet says this dog is a minimum 10 years old. Minimum 10 years old. I mean, I think I'm bringing home a newborn. This guy's 75 years old. He's watching Yellowstone. He doesn't give a shit about pronouns. When we got him, we wanted to change his name because his name was Sam, and my wife's name is also Sam. But then we find out he's 100 years old. We're you can't change his name. You can't go up to somebody on their deathbed and be like, "Hey, Papa, your name's Travis now, okay?" Yeah. So we're let's just try it. Yeah, so we changed the name. We changed my wife's name to Buddy. She's happy now. No, she chose it. She chose it. I have a wife. She has one too. Yeah, I just found out she's gay, and I think it's cool. Should have known the signs were there. She was always talking about getting a Subaru. I was going down on her. And we met here in Los Angeles. This is the place that we fell in love. Thank you. We met at a bowling alley. We met at Chateau Lanes. You guys know that? Yeah, we met at Chateau Lanes. We met at an event called Lesb. I'm very embarrassed to tell you that. Okay, I tried to hide that for a long time. And my friends are like, no, you should not be embarrassed about that. That is a modern day lesbian love story. Yeah, and to be fair, every lesbian love story is a modern day lesbian love story. Yeah, but I'm very embarrassed about us meeting at Lesb because I have to explain that to my grandkids one day. Like, I have to be like, where did I meet Granddyke? I don't know what we're gonna call each other. We're workshopping some names, but Granddyke sounds awesome. Where did I meet Granddyke? Well, we met at Lesb. She put 3 fingers in that bowling ball, and I knew she was game. They were the right fingers. She wasn't even wearing a wrist guard, which is basically raw dogging in my community. I'll stop, okay. You guys look horrified. It's like this moment that people get a little horrified. They're like, is that lesbian sex? It's just like a claw? I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Anyways, I'm a mom. Oh, thanks. Oh, a little whistle for the mom, a little cat call. Hey, we need it too. I am a mom. I had a baby right before the pandemic. It was bad timing. I had a geriatric pregnancy, which basically means I'm a bit of an old mom. They call it advanced age pregnancy now, which I think sounds worse somehow. But I do highly recommend having a baby at an older age if you like to pee and walk at the same time. You guys are in the splash zone right here. Yeah. I think this is adorable. The teachers at my daughter's daycare, they say that they know who has the older parents because when the toddlers get up, they make noise. Just the most adorable scene. Just all these 2-year-olds like, oh, to be one again. The kids that have young parents, they say things like, when I grow up, I want to be a firefighter. Not my daughter. She's like, anything with a good pension. Yeah, that'll do. I learned a lot about, I had the baby. My wife scammed me. It's a long story. She basically saw me have the baby and then changed her mind about her having the baby after me. And I'm thinking about suing her. But I learned a lot when I was pregnant. I learned that my friends are dumb. It's not their fault. I am friends with all stand-ups. And I was 5, maybe 6 months pregnant when I told a friend of mine, I said, hey, great news, I'm pregnant. And her first question right out of the gate was, are you gonna keep it? I don't know how you think I made this baby. With my wife? Heavily planned. Not a mistake. Like, I didn't get so drunk and wake up one morning and was like, oh my God, what happened last night? I got so drunk. Did I pay a fertility doctor $12,000? No. So many steps to the process. My daughter will never have like the grit of a child made by mistake. There were so many steps. We had to get a lawyer. One of the things they made us do, our fertility clinic, they made us all go to therapy. We had to. I had to go to therapy. My wife had to go. Our sperm donor had to go. And at the time, it felt like a mild hate crime. But now, in retrospect, I'm like, that's not a bad idea. Like, maybe anyone who wants to procreate should have to go to therapy first. Like, yeah. It's my Shark Tank pitch. Yeah. Of course, if that were the case, none of us would be here tonight. Yeah. Can't imagine my mom and my dad going to therapy. Yeah, it really makes me giggle. My mom is my best friend, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, actually. Yes. She is my best friend. Her stories are insanely boring. They are getting out of control boring. So detailed. I don't know if your parents are like this. Her stories have to start at the very beginning of the day. Even if she's telling me a statement from her life, she has to start at when she woke up. She'll be like, oh yeah, so I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning. The thunderstorms were really bad rolling in from Chicago, so I couldn't sleep. So I went downstairs and I decided I was going to make myself some eggs, and I got some scrambled eggs because Dr. Kyle said that I need to get more protein. He actually moved his offices. They're not in Lombard anymore. They're in Oak Brook now, which is nice because it's by the Pottery Barn and by the drive-through Panera Bread. But yeah, and then Callie needed to take a walk because her bladder's not doing well. And so I decided to put on my Brooks gym shoes. I've been wearing those in case there's any precipitation outside. It's really good grip. And then I've been using the Hokas as my jogging shoes for the runners group. And then I've been using this new brand called On for my formal gym shoes. 45 minutes into this story, we are not even at 11 a.m. in her day. I said, Mom, what is this story about? Oh, Cheryl got lupus. Cheryl got lupus? Okay, I can see how the gym shoes would. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing the map now. That makes sense. I love my mom, but she was like, at the beginning of learning that I was gay, she was not good. She did not start off good, okay? Because my brother, he came out to her a year before me. And when my brother came out to my mom, she said, oh no, you're not gay. You're just like Ace Ventura. We still don't know what that means. Ace Ventura, like a pet detective? I don't understand. So then by the time I got to her, I said, Mom, I'm gay. And she said, oh God, not another one. As if I caught some sort of old-timey Irish plague. She's like, oh, saints preserve us. Not another Fargate. Oh no. Not another Fargate. I didn't think it could Maureen. And there's 5 kids in my family. There's 2 gays, and there's 3 boring ones. 2 gays and 3 others. And for a while, we were the favorites. My mom came around. She realized we're better. And the 2 gays were on top, and the 3 straights were on the bottom where they belong. And then that was ruined because my brother messed it up for the both of us. My brother went to my mom, and then he came out as a furry. It's okay if you don't know what that is. A furry is like a mascot for a team, but there is no team. And sometimes those furries have sex. They furk. And let it be known that I came up with the word furk. If I brought anything to humanity, it's furking. Yeah, my brother is a furry, and at this point, my mom's like, whatever happened to a good old-fashioned family secret? Yeah. is. I have learned so much about furry culture. I know so much. My brother was a furry. You can be a furry without the fursona, without the costume. He didn't have the costume for 10 years. And the reason he didn't have it is because it cost $10,000 to get one of those made. Yeah, you think you have fucking problems. My brother was in Wisconsin as a human when he wanted to be a dragon. And then he got his fursona. It is a dragon named Sin, S-Y-N. And so he got it, and he just got engaged. So his fiance is also a furry. He is a fox, okay? I just want you to picture this in your head. So they got engaged in the middle of the day at noon at a park in Madison, Wisconsin. Yeah, okay. And I asked my brother, I was like, did anybody see this happen? Did anybody see this go down? He's like, oh yeah. He said, one lady came up to us and she said, you're gonna be in my nightmares tonight. I like being a lesbo, though. That's pretty cool. Love being a lesbian. You couldn't have told me in high school that we were going to be cool. I could have never seen that coming. Did not think lesbians would ever be cool. Now it's like the cool thing to do. Lesbians right now, they're young, they're hot, and they're confident. And I am not okay with that. It's too much. There's too much confidence. I want to be a vintage lesbian. I always have wanted to be a vintage lesbian. I love, do you remember your PE teachers growing up? This is exactly who I'm talking about. That's who I want to be. I want to be a coach. I want to be Coach Linda and Coach Susan. I call them huddle up lesbians. Like, huddle up! Huddle up! They're always telling a group of people to huddle up. Huddle up! Visors back, huddle up! I want to be like the Jeff Foxworthy of huddle up lesbians. I want to be like, let's see if I can think of one on the spot. I want to be like, you don't, you think a Trader Joe's bag is a formal purse. If you think, yes, here we go. If you think a Trader Joe's bag is a formal purse, you might be a huddle up lesbian. Okay. Yeah. I think I can make it work. I hope he sues me. This is a beautiful venue, right? Have you guys ever been here? Let's go around one by one. It's so beautiful. I love performing in a space that has a system and a stage and a water set for me in case I get parched from all the moving around I do. You guys saw me do that. I went all the way over here. It's pretty big. I love when it's a real theater because I've performed in bowling alleys, on the train, on the subway. Yeah, why not have a comedy show there? I performed a few weeks ago at a show called Farts in LA, so that was huge for me. The only gig that I've ever said no to is a lesbian cruise. They asked me to do it, and I was like, that thing's sinking. I know it. Sorry, it's sinking with you on it. It's sinking. I'm so afraid of that sort of thing. And also, I know it's going to sink because granola by the ton is very heavy, and that's what we like. I love lesbians. I am lesbian, of course. I love lesbians. They are my chosen family. But just like my real family, I've chosen to never go on vacation with them. Because they are too competitive. 3,000 lesbians on a cruise, it's too many. Because you know that thing is going to be sinking. And all these huddle up lesbians are going to be going by with the lifeboat just putting on the adopted pets before they put on any humans. It's going to be a really fucked up Titanic. It's going to be femme lesbians and corgis first. Yeah. I'm just not a cruise person. You'll never catch me on a cruise. I know I'm not a cruise person because I've never been in the lobby of a Holiday Inn and thought, you know what this is missing? The open sea.